Good morning, Jacob. Do you know why I brought you in today?
I don't know, maybe because I'm in trouble again.
Oh, so you've been getting in trouble a lot lately?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, but we're going to start positive first. So I want you to know that you're not in trouble with me, but instead I want us to fix that because getting in trouble, it's kind of annoying, right?
Yeah.
And it sounds like you've been annoyed with getting in trouble.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to talk to you because I want to hear what you have to say about having a 66 in Miss Genova's class.
Well, it's like I really don't really care because she always takes away my phone and she takes away all my stuff, so why should I care about her class?
Okay, but you were passing her class before. You seem really, really smart, so what's going on with that? You want to tell me a little more?
She just gets annoying and it's weird.
How is she annoying?
Like, she would always take away my phone or she would be all disrespectful.
So you feel she's disrespectful to you?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit more about your phone. Why do you think you should be allowed to have your phone out?
Well, mainly because of the last time she took away my phone, I was texting my mom and I was doing everything right. But then other people in the class were using their phone too, so she took away my phone instead of theirs.
I understand. So you kind of feel like she's pointing you out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm understanding that part. And how did you get to this failing grade?
I just stopped caring in the class.
You stopped caring. Okay, so you're telling me that that's the issue in art. So my next question for you is you've had a few of your core teachers come and they're not complaining, but they are having issues because it's a daily routine and they're talking about your attitude and your behavior in class. It's okay if you have the hiccups.
Well, it's because I really don't care in those classes because why should I care in any of them if they're all just going to take my stuff away?
Okay, so let me ask you something. There is one teacher that I've talked to, and she's told me that you're very respectful in that class, and it's science. Now, she also told me that she usually gives respect before asking for it. How come you do so well in her class?
I just really enjoy her class more than all of them because she asks before taking stuff and just being an overall good teacher.
Okay. So would you say that you're the type of person that needs to get respect before you give it?
Yeah, I really like getting respect because then I want to respect them back because then it's equal.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be a NASA engineer.
A NASA engineer. Wow. NASA engineering. That's a big one. I definitely think you have the academics for it, but art's kind of hurting you there, right?
Yeah.
Now, in addition to that, let me ask you something. A NASA engineer, that has to deal a lot with some high ranks, and that also has to deal a lot with respect and getting that respect without giving it. So what's going to happen in the real world when maybe your boss isn't exactly respectful?
I guess I'll get fired or I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, more than likely, right? And are you going to let your dreams go down just because you feel that you need to get respect?
No, I don't want that to happen.
That's true. Unfortunately, sometimes in the real world, do you think everyone's always going to respect us?
No.
No? Do you think we have control over who respects us?
No.
Not always, right? So, what do you think we as a person can always do just to make sure that even though we don't get respect, we do... I'm so sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I feel like it's easier to want respect and then I can give it because it's just easier than actually getting it, or giving it than getting it.
That's true. It's easier to give respect than it is to get it, right?
Yeah.
So overall, I know that, you're having a hard time with that, but I think it's also because you're finishing your work really, really fast. Now, again, I was just a little off. In Miss Lozano's science class, I didn't get that feedback that you're finishing your work quickly. Is there some sort of things that you do in between that allow you to kind of pace yourself better?
Just talking to friends. Ooh.
Talking to friends? Okay, so she allows you to have that small purposeful talk?
Yeah.
Okay, so she gives you small purposeful talk. That's good. Is there anything that you guys do that kind of burns out some of that energy?
Like brain breaks and all that.
Oh, you guys do some brain breaks? Do you like the brain breaks?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so you like the brain breaks. That's good. So we're going to do some brain breaks. We'll go ahead and I'll see if maybe that's something that we can do to kind of help you get there. The next thing we're going to do is create an action plan for you. Do you think an action plan is a good idea? Do you know what an action plan is?
No, I don't know what an action plan is.
So an action plan is something that we're going to use to set you up to kind of help you stay on a better path, okay? Now, an action plan can be good. So if you remember our last social emotional lesson on Friday, kind of talked about why it's important to stay on track with our actions. So in that SEL lesson, we talked about how it's important for us to kind of write out our goals and our plans. So I don't want you to think of this action plan as a consequence. I want you to think of this action plan as a way to help you grow and allow you to get to your goals a little bit quicker. So today we're here because why again?
I got in trouble in art. Well, my bad grades in art.
Okay, and what else?
And just being disrespectful.
Very good. Okay, so that's our first box. So that's kind of what's going to go in here. Okay. Now, right here is what we're going to do in order to help us get there. So from my understanding, you have how many missing assignments?
4.
You have 4 missing assignments for art. That's not too bad, which means we can really pick up your grade and you can be passing this beforehand, okay? Now, in addition, we need to also work on getting you to behave a little bit better in your core classes. So with that being said, the action plan here is to kind of check in with your teachers as far as your behavior goes. So I just kind of want you to have that idea, which means that in a 9-week period, every 3 weeks, I'm going to have you stop by. You're going to pick up a checklist form. Now, you're not going to be able to see what they check off. Okay, I'm going to see that part to see where I need to start helping you a little bit more. And then by the 9 weeks, I'm hoping that you can kind of learn on how to help, be a little bit more respectful, and work from there. For example, instead of snapping at a teacher right away, what would be the correct behavior to respond with if she tells you to do something?
Just saying sorry or yes ma'am or yes sir.
Definitely, right? Sometimes even just that response is better than a yeah, because the yeah doesn't come off as respectful, right?
Yeah.
In addition with that, maybe you can also ask to help out. So do you like to pass papers out? Do you like to be involved? Yes?
Yeah, it's fun sometimes.
It is, right? So maybe that's also something that we can do. We sanitize before we leave. That would be really nice. Just to kind of start showing and displaying that you're understanding the rules in the classroom. So again, we'll do those checklists every 3 weeks, but I still want you to start incorporating better responses in class. If you ever feel frustrated or flustered, I want you to count 1 to 10, okay? And if at 10 you still feel like you're about to explode on a teacher or another student, I do want you to ask if you can see the counselor, or I want you to ask for a glass to go get some water, or maybe a cool off period. And I'll go ahead and include that in your action plan with the checklist form, so that way they're aware of that as well, okay? Would you like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So our timeline is going to be a total of a 9-week period. Your 4 assignments, I'm hoping you can get them done this weekend, since majority are halfway done, especially since I know how quickly you can work. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And overall, before leaving today, I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about your action plan?
I feel like it's okay, but I still have to work on it because I know it's not gonna work all the time. But I still have to work on it.
Definitely. And do you feel that this can help you be successful?
Yeah, I think it can help me.
I think so. Okay. Can you promise me one thing? If you feel at any point that this isn't something that you can do, that you will come and talk to us and kind of let us know where you're at?
Yeah, I'll make sure.
Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you sign the action plan saying that you're aware of what's going to kind of happen. And your parents are also aware of this too. They felt like it would be something good for you, so I know they're very supportive of you. And then from there, we'll just kind of take it 3 week by 3 week and see how you do. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead and sign for me right here. Right there. Go ahead and sign. That's perfect. Awesome, Jacob. All right, then. So, again, this is just what we're going to do for now. And then if you have any questions or concerns, you let me know.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So let's get you a pass back to class, and that's it.